and the month, May 2026 to be exact. You'd probably expect, a tedious, boring list of everyday expenses, but honestly, what we found buried in this specific cash book is nothing short of fascinating. Today's explainer is going to absolutely change how you look at daily cash flow. We're decoding what I like to call the $100 daily wealth machine. We're going to see how repetitive, totally automated micro-actions hidden deep inside these 16 pages actually reveal an absolute masterclass in extreme financial discipline.
Okay, Section 1, the big picture. Let's look at the macro numbers for May 2026. So, I want you to really think about this for a second. How do you typically spend 10,641 rupees in a single month? For most of us, an outflow of over 10 grand is a totally predictable mix. It's rent, utilities, maybe eating out, grabbing groceries, or, car payments. Keep that typical image in your head, because what we're about to see is going to completely flip that expectation upside down.
Looking at the big picture here, the sheer simplicity of the top-level math is striking. For the whole month of May, the total cash coming in was exactly 15,000 rupees, and the total cash going out, 10,641 rupees. That leaves us with a really healthy, positive net balance of 4,359 rupees for the month. So right off the bat, we're looking at someone who operates with a solid surplus. They're keeping roughly a third of their monthly cash flow. But the real magic isn't just in the surplus itself. It's exactly how that money moved. Moving on to Section 2, tracking the income, the power of lump sum drops. Right, so check this out. The income here is completely sporadic. It definitely doesn't trickle in day by day. Instead, it drops into the account in just two large lump sums. We see an initial deposit of 5,000 rupees right at the start of the month on May 1st. And then, boom, a larger 10,000 rupee deposit hits almost 2 weeks later on May 13th. And when we dig into the source of these funds, a really clear pattern emerges. Both of these lump sum transfers, the May 1st one and the May 13th one, originated strictly from Rama Group AMC. So what we have here are concentrated lump sum injections of capital straight from an asset management company. And that sets the stage perfectly for what happens next. Which brings us to Section 3, the daily micro habit, flipping the script on spending.
Remember that 16-page ledger I mentioned earlier? Normally, if you're staring at 16 pages of transactions that only add up to 10 grand, you'd brace yourself to see a ton of leakage, right? Those tiny daily expenses, that afternoon coffee, random impulse snacks, or those digital subscriptions we all forget to cancel. But the reality we found in this source material is literally the exact opposite. There are no lattes here. Those tiny repetitive daily outflows aren't tedious expenses at all. Actually, they're a relentless, totally automated wealth-building machine.
Page after page of this ledger reveals the exact same behavior. It's all automated systematic investment plans, or SIPs. The money is just being systematically funneled in these highly disciplined 100 rupee increments into very specific funds. Almost every single day we see it. 100 rupee into a Navi liquidity fund, another 100 rupee into Navi BSE Sensex, 100 rupee into the Navi Nifty 50 index, 100 rupee into HDFC FlexiCap Direct, and 100 rupee into a Navi mid-cap or large-cap fund. It's almost algorithmic in its consistency. It's this brilliant strategy that completely takes human emotion and, that hesitation we all feel, completely out of daily investing. Now, just to prove to you that we actually did comb through all 16 pages of this document, we went looking for actual traditional expenses. And guess what? Out of the entire 10,641 rupees that left the account, we only found just two true operational expenses. There was a $70 charge for geobank services on May 15th and a kind of generic $71 service charge on May 18th. That is a grand total of just $141 in fees for the entire month. The other 10,500 rupees? Pure, unadulterated investment. Crazy, right?
Let's look at Section 4, the portfolio breakdown, mapping the 100 rupees SIPs.
So, notice how our relentless daily investor isn't just mindlessly saving money. They are actually diversifying risk at a micro level. By spreading out their daily allocations, they're building this fully balanced portfolio. Look at this. They've got a liquidity fund for safety and quick access. They capture the broader market stability with top-tier index funds like the BSE Sensex and Nifty 50. And then they sprinkle in a little growth potential through the HDFC FlexiCap and the mid-cap/large-cap allocations. They are actively engaging with the market every single day. By utilizing rupee cost averaging, they automatically buy more when prices are low and less when they're high. It essentially smooths out market volatility, literally just 100 rupees at a time.
Moving to Section 5,
Final monthly balance, the outcome of discipline.
Okay, let's look at where we started versus where we finished. At the very beginning of the month, as April 30th rolled into May 1st, this account had a starting balance of just $574.12. But by strictly managing those massive lump sum inputs, automating the daily micro investments, and keeping actual living expenses to barely over 100 rupees, this cash book closes incredibly strong. On May 31st, the final total balance sits at $4,933.12. So not only did they invest heavily throughout the month, but they also significantly grew their liquid cash cushion. That's a huge win.
Which brings us to our final thought for today. We've just seen exactly what a rigorous, automated system of daily micro-investing looks like under the hood. It transforms what initially looks like a super intimidating 16-page financial document into this beautiful, predictable roadmap for wealth accumulation. So I'm going to leave you with this to consider about your own cash flow. If you flip the script on your tiny daily expenses, what could a daily $100 habit build for you? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this sparks a brand new perspective on the true power of your daily habits.